Hey, your buddy Joe, fast thing. He picked up the torch in your absence and carried on with a series of videos that were fucking hysterical. You should go check it out. So I did. Joe, seriously, dude, you had me fucking rolling, man. They were all great, but my favorite was him explaining why, hold on a second. Okay, sorry about that. I wanted to make sure I had something ready here that I'm going to need. Uh, Explaining why, the Bel Air wouldn't run. Oh, I didn't have any oil in it. I mean, don't you usually check your oil? Don't you want to know if you have oil in it before you even think about wanting to start it? But hey, that was his excuse. It won't run because it didn't have enough oil and viscosity. Unbelievable. And then the part where, he's tired of people telling him they want to see it running. How many fucking years has it been? Oh, maybe they're a little impatient. They need to have patience. Patience? Give me a fucking break, dude. But anyway, they want to see him blow it up. I think you already did. The last time you attempted starting it, when you had your starter screaming for mercy, saying, please, release that key from the ignition. You're killing me. You're killing me. This thing ain't going to start. And then it was a clunk and a bang, and you haven't even tried to start it since. I think you already blew it up. No one needed to get you to do it. You were going to do it on your own, like you fucked up everything else on your own. No one needs to tell you how to fuck things up. That's the only thing you do know how to do, all by yourself, without any advice. That was fucking great. Joe, that was fucking great. I loved every one of them. And something else came my way. Somebody said, hey, Brian, I know you're not buddies with the guy, but you might want to check this out. It's actually pretty funny. So, Big Woba. I haven't looked at his shit in I don't know fucking years. I think the last time I looked at it was when he was pulling some $200 Roadrunner out of the woods, and he was going to restore it and drive it to Carlisle the following year. I don't know if that ever happened, right? But anyway, when people do a good thing to help people out, I give them their props. And I said it at that time when, I caught wind of it. When Sanford screwed Lunar over good with that 318 engine build, and left Lunar holding the bag for like $5,000 in fucking cost and expense, and walked away saying, hey, it ain't my problem. That's Sanford. John felt so bad he went in his own pocket and he gave Lunar a few grand to help the guy out. That was a very decent thing to do. I said it at the time, and I'm saying it again now. Anyway, he says, hey, he's got a video up. He says, it has to be about Jabba with a fucking riding lawnmower. You got to see it, Brian. It's funny. So I went and I looked John. John, that was fucking great. I loved it. I loved it. I was laughing my ass off. Gee, I wonder why I'm getting all this gas in the oil. It was fucking great. I loved it. Okay? I don't give anyone an Uncle Brian thumbs up, but you get an Uncle Brian thumbs up on that video. That was fucking great. I truly enjoyed it. So anyway, now we're going to get to what would Jesus do. As you know, I'm not religious, but hey, you are, you believe in a God, whatever, and it helps get you through your day. And, more power to you. But it got me thinking. People say, well, you find themselves in a time of crisis, worry, stress. What am I going to do? They say, wait a minute. What would Jesus do? And it got me thinking, hey, what would Jabba do? So let's explore the possibilities of what Jabba would do in these situations. Well, if you have an old vacuum cleaner and you turn it on, it won't start up, it won't work, and you say, wow, what would Jabba do? Here's what Jabba would do. Spray paint it. No, it's all better. Works fine. You find an old rusty tool. You say, wow, I could really use this someday. But it's all bound up and rusted. And what would Jabba do? Spray paint that motherfucker. There you go. Good as new. Your light bulb burns out. You say, wow, What would Jabba do? Would he buy a new one? Nah. You spray paint that motherfucker. Good as new. Your Bic lighter stops working. What would Jabba do? Spray paint that motherfucker. Good as new. And whatever you do, make sure when you spray paint your troubles away, make sure you have a matching number cap and can on the paint.